Check, check, check. All righty, we are underway here at Olympus. And starting off with the ball will be Olympus. Up the left-hand side here, and a nice turn inside. Ordinary foul earned. Gonna have to pull that outside 2 meters is Nicholas Oman. Oman all the way up top. Too soft of a pass there, and an easy pickoff by Theodore Swap. Swap will send it back to Meekum to reset. Quickly up to Diaz. Diaz up to the 1-2 side, finding Brooks. Brooks back to Diaz. Skyline really spreading out the offense here, earning an ordinary up top with Shaw. Shaw will send it to the 1-2 side once again here. Johnson with some good defense, tried to set the ball, and they get an exclusion call. Kicked out is Andrew Neff. 6-on-5 offense for Skyline. Over to the wing for Heckman. Heckman down to the 4-5 side to find Hackett. Hackett back up top, all the way back to Shaw. Shaw looking to shoot. Short side and a goal from Diaz on the power play. Skyline draws first blood on the power play here as you see that shot come in from Diaz after a turnover following Olympus's first possession. Tennell with the ball up top. He'll earn an ordinary. And we're going to have a kick out the other way. So 6-on-5 now for Olympus. Quickly down to Courtney, and a lob making quick work on the power play. Great vision there from Ethan Tennell, recognizing that Jaden was open following that exclusion call. And Olympus ties it up at 6-on-5. 1-1 our score here with just over 4.5 minutes to go in the first period. Skyline once again really spread out here as it goes up to the 4-5 side to Heckman. Heckman tries to set it inside, and they're going to call a 5-meter here on Ethan Tennell. Shot and a goal on the 5-meter from Diaz. Diaz with 2 goals on the board here early for Skyline. And the lead is back up to 1. Tennell to start the ball again on offense for Olympus. A very key player on this Titan squad. Up top to Courtney. Jaden swings it over to Kai Johnson. Johnson had it slip out of his hands. Came awkwardly, and he tried to catch it with his right dominant hand. And so another turnover here. Skyline trying to work a beautiful block from Vance on virtually a breakaway for Dylan Shaw, trying to put Skyline up by 2. Landon Vance with a shutdown. However, he throws it away here as he tries to get offense back up and running. Skyline with another offensive opportunity here. Swinging it back over to Diaz. Diaz down to the 1-2 side and an offensive. So back the other way it will go for Olympus again, catching a break as it goes up to Oman. Oman tries to go short side, skipped it. It is on the line. Ref says no goal. Hit the right and left post, sat on the goal line for what seemed like forever, and did not cross the line. Skyline back on offense here. Coming in, good defense from Oman. Oman trying to create pressure without drawing an exclusion. Just an ordinary, having to kick it out is Brooks. And a throwaway, Tennell keeping possession here. A hard swimmer for the Titans. It is 3-on-2. Tennell opts to shoot. Goes cross cage and asks the crowd for a little love. A beautiful shot off the takeaway. Comes across and puts it in. It is tied up at 2 with 2:42 to go. Shaw with it. Another takeaway from Olympus, showing their sheer power here. This is James Smith on the takeaway. However, coming back to take it away is Shaw, and now an odd man rush on the other end for Skyline, and they'll get their lead back. Once again, it's Diaz. He's already got 3 here with still over 2 minutes to play. Tanel earning the ordinary for Olympus. Quick pass inside, and reading it perfectly was Diaz as he keeps it out of trouble inside set. Quickly back the other way for Skyline. Ball goes into center, and a ball under from Oman on the steal. A great read as he crashed inside to take it away. Now Oman, no one in center yet here. Oman gets it taken away the same way he just stole it. It is Diaz, hard working on the power play for Skyline. He's already got 3 goals, just got a turnover and just earned an exclusion. Oman is out. Skyline quickly throwing the ball away though as they tried to score early on the power play. Oman will go to the bench, and back into the play comes Kai Johnson with speed. He's got some energy here off the bench. We'll drop it back to Jones. Jones with a shot, an easy save for Mika. 18U boys, these two teams in a high school battle. Ball goes into center, and another takeaway from Tanel. Quickly up to Johnson. He is underwater here. Will earn the ordinary. Kai quickly over to Tanel. And another exclusion call. That is 13 for Skyline. Dylan Shaw lost his cap. It's now sitting in front of us here on the pool deck. Backdoor pass, and well read. Yelling for a little too much was Jones, and a great read in center from Theodore Swap as he takes it away. And that will end the first period. It is a 1-goal lead for Skyline. We'll be right back. Alrighty, sorry about the hold up there. I'm not sure if there was an issue with rosters. I have not encountered any on my end. The referees were over. I know we were running 6-8 as well. So there could have been some confusion within that. We are underway here for second, however. And a quick goal from up top. It's number 7, Kent Jones for Olympus. And this game is quickly tied up at 3. Inside and over to Theodore Swap. No, I apologize, that's Hackett. Hackett puts it into center and a beautiful read in center. Once again, it's Jones. That time on the takeaway just after tying this game up at 3. Quickly inside for Tennell. Couldn't get enough power on that shot, and an easy save for Meekum. Back the other way now. It's Diaz. Has all 3 goals for Skyline right now. And he's over to Hackett. Hackett into center again. This time, just an ordinary. Good defense once again from Jones. They have to kick it out, get it to Brooks. Lots of pressure. Time running out. It goes into center, and that will turn over. Quickly up to Kai Johnson, into center again for Tennell. Backhander and in from Ethan Tennell, and the lead is to Olympus for the first time tonight. 2 quick goals in the first minute and a half of the second here, and Olympus has the lead. Quickly goes short side and skipped wide by Anise. Still a 1-goal lead for Olympus. Beautiful downline pass. And a 2-meter forced upon Skyline. That pass was just out of the reach of Jaden Courtney, but he forced Meekum to come out and tap it away from him. So Olympus will retain possession in the offensive zone, and they get a new shot clock. Quickly into Johnson. Kai on a turn, slipped out of his hands, not within reach enough. It's taken away by Shaw. Now Shaw on the counter attack, trying to force a 2-on-1. Up with room, short side goal from Heckman. And we are tied up at 4 now. A little over halfway through the second. Getting that one by Vance. Jones with it, over to Smith, back up to Jones. Jones looking, goes over to Johnson. Johnson on the 1-2 side, into center, beautiful pass, turning, shooting, bar down, and a goal from Jaden Courtney. And once again, the lead is back to Olympus. 2 very high-quality teams here battling it out early. And we have still got a lot of water polo left to play here. This is going to come down to who can play better defense. You see the high caliber offenses for both teams striking back and forth here. Diaz into center, a great feed, and an exclusion earned by Brooks. Brooks back out to Diaz. Down low, short side, saved. That was not in. A scramble at the goal line from Vance as he keeps it out after Nicholas Oman had gotten excluded. Over to Neff. Neff from deep. It goes off the crossbar. Skyline with it again here. Diaz from deep, tried to send it into center. Beautiful hands, getting a piece of it was Smith. as he tipped it over to Tennell with just enough. Keep that out of danger. Quickly up to Johnson again. And then along to Jones. Jones over to Neff. Neff back to Jones. Jones looking into center. Tennell is underwater there. Comes up for air, and a shot from deep from Johnson is blocked away easily by Meekum. Meekum quickly down line, looking for a counterattack, connects with Heckman. Heckman short side, and tapped out of his hands by Johnson. Johnson will pick up the 5-meter penalty here. And a chance for Skyline to tie this up at 5 again. Kept out by Vance. Vance with huge saves back-to-back here, and Olympus retains the lead. Absolute robbery on the 5-meter. Diaz is in unbelief. Johnson back up to Neff. Sorry, that was Jones from deep. That just hit the bar and comes back out. Quickly down line from Meekum, finds Diaz. Diaz, no look pass to the back door. Looking, trying not to foul as Johnson put it off the crossbar. The shot from Heckman on the far side. Rebound pops back out, and a fresh shot clock for Skyline. Diaz earns the ordinary and puts it into center. Turning, shooting, shut down again by Vance. That time it was Shaw. Quickly down line for Tennell. Tennell looking for a 2-goal lead. And a contra foul. No, it's ball under and taken away by Skyline. Quickly into center. Finds Shaw. Shaw turning. And Dylan Shaw will earn the 5-meter. Penalty is on Kent Jones, and once again, Skyline will attempt to tie this game on a penalty shot. Diaz again, we'll see if he can beat Vance this time. And he does. This game is tied up at 5. Diaz with 4 of those goals for Skyline. Courtney with it now. Courtney goes up to Smith. Smith shooting. Beautiful field block. Once again, it's Diaz. Thomas Diaz is carrying his Skyline team right now as it's quickly up to Anise. No, sorry, this is Hackett. Hackett goes far side, just out of the reach of Brooks, but he got enough of it to keep it in play. Puts it down to Diaz, and Diaz once again earns the exclusion. This time it's Smith excluded. Shot clock, game clock is at 10 seconds until half. Skyline trying to score, and they do. A beautiful feed across the 2-meter line. Guess who? It's Diaz again on a fantastic feed from Heckman. 6 seconds on the clock here for the second quarter. Tennell will likely try and shoot this from deep. He does, and that will go wide. Skyline comes back with 2 goals late in the second, and they've got a 1-goal lead going into the half. We'll be back in just a moment. Sprint once again won by Olympus. 6-5 for Skyline right now. Johnson with it for the Titans. Quickly up the 4-5 side here. Earning the ordinary is Tennell at the 2. Sends it back up to Johnson. Johnson earns the ordinary. Johnson looking into center. Courtney's there. Feeds Courtney. And Courtney's going to earn the exclusion. Swap gets kicked out here. 6-on-5 for Olympus. Tennell back out to Johnson. Johnson looking to shoot. Sends it over to the 1-2 side for Shaw. Back to Tennell on the 4-5 side. Tennell back up top. Back over to Marsh. And Marsh scores on the power play. Matei Marsh. And this game is back tied up at 6 with 5:23 to go in the third. Earning the ordinary. Down low earns another ordinary. That's Heckman. Heckman into center. And immediately Swap scores. And Skyline back with the lead just 10 seconds later. Earning the ordinary is Neff. Neff back up to Tennell. Tennell earns an ordinary as well. Tennell to the 4-5 side. Getting the ball back now. Tennell earns another ordinary. Shot clock is at 15. Tennell picks it up, looking to shoot. Sends it back up top for Neff. Neff to the 4-5 side, finds Wardle. Wardle looking. Back door was opened, attempted to go into center, and that ball is put wide by Olympus. Sent up to Shaw. Shaw up to Hackett. Skyline again spreading out the offense, and it's working out right now. They go into center and find Swap. They've got a 2-goal lead. Quick work on the offense from Skyline. Diaz is 5 for 6 at the moment on goals. 5 for 6 on shooting, so he's got 5 goals here. Absolutely nuts from Diaz. Swap, meanwhile, 2 for 2. And Heckman with the other goal for Skyline. Right now, they are handling this Olympus team pretty well. Tennell earns the ordinary, can shoot if he would like, does, puts it wide right. And a new ball in for Skyline. Meekum looking quickly down line. Trying to break away Heckman. Heckman, defender on his back, turns, earns the exclusion, kicked out his Dalebout. 6-on-5 again for Skyline. Looking inside and put in again on the power play. Heckman to Hackett in center, and the lead is 3. A little under 2 minutes into the third. Olympus cannot get this give this Skyline team a lead. As I said earlier, defense is going to win this game. You've seen Skyline able to shut Olympus down a few times while still converting on offense, and it's paying off. They've got a 3-goal lead here. Oman earns the ordinary at the 2-meter line. Will put it into play and send it back up top to Courtney. Courtney earns the ordinary, can shoot if he would like, gets up on his legs, lob, and just past the post. Rebound at the goal line. Great moves from Meekum as he got it out of the hands of Smith. James Smith had picked up that rebound off the lob from Courtney, but just didn't have an angle at the goal here. Now into center for Skyline. Trying to crash in was Wardle from behind, got just enough pressure along with Courtney to keep Swap from shooting that. Like I said earlier, he's 3 for 3 at that center position tonight. As it goes up the 4-5 side to Johnson. Feed inside to Tennell. Tennell earns an ordinary in center. Johnson has it, 6 on 5 and a fresh shot clock. Backdoor pass to Courtney is good. And Olympus back on the board and back within 2 on the power play. Jaden's 3rd goal, now 3 for 5 shooting. Tanel 2 for 5. Along with goals from Matei Marsh, Beckham Jones as well. Skyline trying to keep this ball in their possession here. Anise quickly up to Heckman. Heckman inside turning, nice feed down to Hackett. Hackett has short side angle, sends it far side, shooting it in. What a beautiful feed from Hackett to go far side. As he finds Brooks, goes all the way cross cage, catch and shoot. Good again, and another 3-goal lead. Tanel with it, goes up to Jones. Olympus has got to start to get some stops on defense while still converting on offense. They've been struggling to convert on offense here as Skyline has picked up their defensive behavior. Oman inside. Tanel is not ready for that ball. And once again, it is taken away by Skyline. Shaw putting work in on defense in center. Diaz on a feed down to the 1-2 side for Brooks. He earns the ordinary. Brooks back to Diaz. Diaz up, looking to shoot and taken away from behind by Jones. He'll send it back to Vance to reset. And we've got an exclusion here. It is on Diaz. And it is earned by Gilbert. We are going to get a timeout here from head coach Sean Stringham for Olympus, and we'll be right back. Both teams 3 for 5 on the power play tonight. And this is the difference here. Olympus is shooting at 40% and Skyline is at 60. So that tells you who is dominating this game as it shows on the scoreboard here. Olympus trying to get back within 2 on the man up. As they go up top to Courtney. He's got 3 goals tonight. Has to send it over to Oman. Oman looking for an angle, goes far side. Inside, looking to shoot, could not get enough. Ball was Jones. And quickly a foul from Smith. And Skyline will come back the other way. That timeout not paying off as Olympus is unable to convert. And Skyline remains with a 3-goal lead. They go quickly up to Heckman. Heckman keeping possession of it, goes inside to Diaz. Diaz looking, turning, earns another exclusion. Diaz is absolutely unstoppable. And Diaz again scores. It is a 4-goal lead for Skyline. Thomas Diaz. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 power play goals. Shooting at 85%. 2 steals and 4 earned exclusion. He's already plus 10 tonight for Skyline. As Tanel turning with it for Olympus and a field block Big hands there from Brooks, but then immediately gets excluded. That is earned by Courtney. Jaden looking, back door is open. Jaden looking and just puts it in. Nope, he was inside 2. That goal is no good. On the counterattack, Skyline unable to do anything. Vance now with it, down line, nobody there. Tennell will go and grab it. 20 seconds to go in the third. Tennell earns the ordinary, sends it up top for Jones. Jones looking, shooting, and getting a piece of it was Meekum. Ball is tipped out with 15 seconds left and a fresh shot clock. So now that will be off. 15 seconds to go in the third. Nick Oman at the 2-meter line trying to get Olympus back within 3. Oman up top for Jones, and a contra foul called. Oh no, he forgot to put the ball into play. Coach Stringham not happy about that. And a 5-meter as Matei Marsh comes up with the penalty, dragging down Hackett from behind. And Diaz looking to improve his stellar night already with 4 seconds to go in the third on a penalty shot, and he will score there, and it is a 5-goal lead for Skyline. Tennell will try and score at the buzzer again. Fires it in from deep. The crowd goes wild as Tennell put that on a string, absolutely rifled that into the top right corner. And so Olympus will stay down by 4 going into the fourth. We'll see if that can give them some momentum here. We'll be right back. How exciting. We're going to get a jump ball here off the sprint. Tapped out of bounds by Brooks on that jump ball. Kai Johnson with it here. He's already got 3 assists tonight. Over to Courtney. Courtney trying to earn a foul, does. 13 seconds on the shot clock here. Over to Johnson. Kai to the 4-5 side for Oman. Nicholas shoots, little no-looker, and a save from Meekum. Back the other way comes Skyline. This is Hackett with it. Hackett earns an ordinary on this 4-5 side, picked up back up top by Anise. It's a 4-goal lead for Skyline with just over 5 minutes to play. Ordinary earned by Anise. Sent over to Diaz. Diaz into center. And a ball under. A fantastic play from Kai Johnson to give that ball back to the Titans. Tennell asking for help here. We'll send it up to Kai. Johnson all the way over to Oman. A bad pass. Oman is going to have to go and grab that. Tennell down low for Johnson. Kai earning an exclusion on Hackett. Johnson back outside for Jones. Olympus needs to score here to keep the momentum moving. 4:45 to play in the fourth. Oman over to Courtney. Courtney back up top to Tennell. Slipped out of his hands. We'll send it over to Johnson. Kai looking. Floating it in on the back door. Kai Johnson. And Olympus is within 3 with 4.5 to play. Shooting is Diaz, shut down by Vance. Diaz has been hot all night. That is exactly the stop you want to see with 4 minutes to play. Tennell back the other way with it. Goes up to Jones. Jones earns the ordinary on Hackett. Jones back up to Tennell. Tennell tapping it with his left, securing it with his right. Tennell up on his leg, shooting, cross cage. And Olympus is back within 2, and a timeout from Skyline. We'll be right back. Off the timeout, Skyline trying to keep the momentum going here. Olympus has scored 3 in a row off that goal with at the buzzer from Ethan Tennell, and crashing in on defense is Olympus. Skyline unable to score. Olympus has a chance to bring it within 1 here. Quickly up to Jones. Jones down, tried to feed Smith, and it's taken away again by Skyline. An exclusion on Nicholas Oman. And so Skyline is going to try and get a 3-goal lead. This would be absolutely detrimental to what they are trying to do right now. And they score on the power play. Hackett to guess who? It's Diaz again. Absolutely tearing this Olympus team apart right now. Over, shooting, shot goes wide on a bad angle shot from James Smith. And Olympus's luck is going to run out here. Brooks with it, and another exclusion on Olympus. This is absolutely not what you want right now. As they send it up top for Swap. Swap over to Heckman. At this point, you just want to run clock as much as you can and then score at the very end here. Diaz will send it over to Swap. Swap again, short side and a save. Caught the post as well. Back into the play comes Jones. Olympus is down but not out. Down by 3 with just over 2 minutes left. Tennell looking, Courtney was briefly open. Tennell earns the ordinary, sends it down, looking for a driver, skipped along the water and into the hands of Meekum. Time running out, 2 minutes to play now. Diaz quickly up to the 1-2 side. Inside, Brooks to center, finding, shooting, it's Shaw. And Skyline has a 4-goal lead. With 1:47 to play. Thomas Diaz is 8 for 10 on shots tonight. Yes, you heard that right. 8 goals from Thomas Diaz, along with 4 earned exclusions. He is rocking a +12 right now. Olympus has to make quick work here on offense if they want any shot at this game, and another field block from Skyline, doing everything on defense. It's Stewart that time, as Meekum will send it up to Hackett. Hackett to a driver, finds Heckman. Heckman, short side, sneaking it past Vance. And a 5-goal lead now with 1:20. Skyline had a brief scare from Olympus as they broke it within 2 on 3 straight goals. Skyline answers with 3 of their own, and the lead is back up to 5 with 1:20 to play. We'll be right back. Vance quickly up and over to Tennell. Tennell looking, turning, earns the exclusion on Johnson. Tennell over to the wing for Oman, back up to Tennell. Tennell needs to shoot this. Send it back to the wing. Tennell messing around with it here. They have 0 time. Johnson off the top right corner. And with 55 seconds here. Skyline will go into spread for the most part. Meekum and an ace playing catch with it. Like I said at the beginning of this game, defense was going to be the factor here. And that is absolutely what you saw. Scoring for Skyline, more salt in the wound. It's Chase Johnson, and the lead is 6. As I was saying, though, defense just a huge factor here. An exclusion as it's sent quickly up to Johnson. Johnson looking, had to send it back up top for Smith. Olympus working it on the power play here, blocked down by Meekum. And an ordinary earned. Like I was saying, though, 15 for 24 on shooting from Skyline, shooting well over 50%. In fact, they're shooting at 63%. Olympus just at 37.
Now you're good. Go.
Both teams missing 3 power play opportunity chances. Blocks overall taking a factor as Skyline with 10 and Olympus just with 7. 16-10 the final score here. 18U girls up in the water next. We'll be right back. Sorry, I apologize. I was grabbing my rosters here, making sure we're good to go. Skyline with the ball here as they send it into Hall. Audrey over the cage for Skyline. Olympus trying to work quickly on offense, has not worked on these last two possessions. Quickly down line as it goes to Hall. Audrey back, drops it back to Malin Jessup. Jessup earning the ordinary. Jessup spins it back to Shapiro. Audrey shooting. And just getting enough of that on defense was Megan Stringham as it's collected here by Isabella Ferrion. Up to Penelope Knight. Knight earns the ordinary. Inside, trying to look for a driver and a ball under on a steal from Emily Gardner. Up to Hall. Audrey slipped out of her hands as she tried to collect it there. Good defense that time from Eden Lewis. Knight dropping it in front of Petty. Brianna back to Knight. Knight earns an ordinary. Sends it into center. Nice pass. Finds Ransom. Ava lobbing it into the top left corner. And Olympus is on the board first. Skyline the other way here. Malin Jessup with it. Jessup earns an ordinary. Sends it back outside to Kratz. Kratz into center for Hall. Audrey turns, sends it to the wing. Shooting is Ferguson and stopped by Ferrion. Skyline missing one of their key players here, Olivia Turney. Not on the bench either. I do not see Leah Jocko here either. So Skyline a little short here on the bench with only 3 subs. Olympus the opposite end of that with an entire full team of subs on the bench here. Sent quickly up to Stringham, looking, shooting along the goal line, trying to punch it in on the back door. And a dunk from Ransom. After the shot from Amelia, Stringham hit the post and stayed on the goal line.
Jackson.
Ransom coming back to dunk it in on the back door. Kratz with it down low, and Ferrion never got a piece of it, so it'll be back to Olympus here. Up by 2 early. About a little over 2 minutes to go in the first. Penelope Knight with it here, into center, skipping it along the water and picking it up is Ransom. Ava turns, goes left-handed, and too much defense there to get some power on that. So it's picked up again, and the other way for Skyline. Indeed, Burke in the goal for Skyline at the moment. We'll see if that changes. I know Audrey plays goal a lot. A backhander from Audrey goes wide. Trying to get a little fancy here and a little banter between her and Lewis, who is defending her inside center. Stringham, a nice feed from Amelia. Finding Petty. Brianna earning the ordinary. Sends it out to Knight. Penelope from deep. And blocked down by Indy DeBurke. Up to Jessup. Malin Jessup earns the ordinary here. Jessup, tried to put it into the top right corner. And that hits the lane line, so it'll be out at the 2-meter. And a fresh shot clock here for Olympus. A lob again over the top left corner that time. Farion quickly down line. Finds Megan Stringham. Megan with space, shooting. Getting a piece of it was DeBurke before it hit the right post. Now DeBurke on a downline pass. Looking for Shapiro. Shapiro sends it back up to Hall. Audrey over to the wing for Jessup. Malin in trouble here, earns the ordinary, cannot shoot, sends it over to Shapiro. Shapiro wanting to shoot, and just good defense here, defending their defenders. That time it was Amelia Stringham, just not allowing Skyline to get any power on their shots. A nice takeaway from Jessup, but that will expire, man. Skyline would have had a 1-on-0. But that will expire the clock for the quarter, and we'll be right back. Picked up by Ava Ransom for Olympus. Ransom quickly up to Stringham. Amelia under pressure here from Shapiro. Shot off the right post. Big rebound here. Ransom trying to get there. And just with enough space was Gardner to secure it for Skyline. So back the other way will come Skyline now. Although that is taken away immediately by Brianna Petty as she read that pass perfectly. Penelope Knight with it. Back, fouled by Hall was Lewis. Lewis into center, looking for Ava Ransom. Ransom earns an ordinary, pops it back out to Knight. Penelope once again in trouble here. And a contra foul. Penelope Knight had not understood that she had. But there was a contra foul called, so she's going to get excluded here. And Skyline will be 6-on-5 with an opportunity to pull back within 1. Sent up top for Gardner. Gardner shooting, field blocked in front. Great hands there from Eden Lewis as Olympus keeps it at a 2-goal lead. And Olympus has advantage as Hall got aggressive. A brief 6-on-5 for Olympus. Find the open man, they do, looking and scoring. Brianna Petty down low. As Hall got caught battling for it with Ferrione on the other end. Ferrione able to send it deep on the counterattack with an advantage. And Olympus now with the 3-goal lead. Turning with it now is Gardner. Gardner up, finds Hall. Audrey pops it back out to Jockle. No, I'm sorry, that's Burley. Burley earns it, sends it back down low to Hall. Well read by Petty again on a steal. And then picked up by Ferrione. Isabella all the way down line, looking for Amelia Stringham. Stringham able to find inside water there. Man, Amelia was good a good ways away from the ball. Turned on the Jets to get there. Finds her sister Megan down low. Megan earns the ordinary with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna have to go to Ransom. Nope, sends it back up to Knight. Knight from deep. And just enough on that was DeBerk to keep that out of the goal. Stringham on a takeaway, but then stolen by Hall as she earns the ordinary. And then Audrey did not pop that ball fast enough. Chaos back and forth here. And the ball back to Olympus. And then both teams back to back cannot pop the ball. It is such a simple task. 3 times now. No, I mean, the ball just sat there. Nobody wanted to touch it. It's like it's on fire or something. Ball goes inside to Eden Lewis and they score. 3 back-to-back plays. The ball is sitting in the water and turnovers because you cannot pop the ball up. Wow, I have never seen that before. Gardner with it now up to Kratz. Kratz into center for Hall. Audrey backhander and in. Audrey is hyped up about that, and Skyline is on the board here. Lewis with it. We'll send it back to Ferrione. Up to Penelope Knight. Knight trying to earn an ordinary. Cannot. Sends it back out to Stringham. Amelia looking for help. Back up to Penelope Knight. Knight from deep. Shooting and saved by DeBerk. Then an exclusion the other way. Adeline James. Nope, Penelope Knight is excluded here. Again, that is her second. And so coming in for her will be Isabel Jones following this exclusion call. Hall with it on the power play over to Gardner. Gardner to the wing for Jessup. Jessup short side, and Skyline with 2 quick goals. And they are within 2 here with 1.5 minutes to go. In the second. Up to Amelia Stringham. Stringham with it, earns the ordinary, sends it up to Ava Ransom. Ransom now in trouble. Cannot get an ordinary called. Able to find Stringham. That is Megan on the far wing. So the shot clock is now down to 2. Megan with a smart play just directly into open water. That's kind of where it was at center pool there. Gardner will pick it up for Skyline. Send it back to Burley. And an exclusion here on Olympus. This time it's Brianna Petty. Up to Jessup, short side. Skyline trying to pull within 1. They send it back out to Gardner. Man, Jessup had all the time in the world to work that on the wing. Send it back to Jessup. She is wide open. She just needs to suck down a little bit lower here. They send it back to her now with space. She shot it right at Ferrione, and Ferrione shuts her down. Back the other way, Olympus unable to control the ball. Jessup goes right through the 2 Olympus players who are fighting over the same ball. And then Hall was unable to score after the turnover. 10 seconds to play in the third. Ferrione quickly down line, connecting with Megan Stringham. 5 seconds to go here, and she earns a 5-meter with 2.8 seconds on the clock. Penalty was on Burley, and scoring on the power play, or on the 5-meter, is Ava Ransom. Olympus back up by 3. Back to Gardner from deep, blocked down by Ferrione, and into halftime, a 3-goal lead for Olympus. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back third quarter here. Sprint once again won by Olympus. Wide open in front is Petty, shooting and scoring. Brianna on a quick goal for Olympus. And a 4-goal lead now. Shooting and blocked that time on the shot from Jessup. A nice save from Ferrione. As she looks down line for Olympus. Juliet Ransom loses the ball there on the 1-2 side, sends it back. Lobbing it up and in, number 4 for Olympus, Ava Ransom. And the lead is 5. Ransom with it, a nice turn from Ava. She got inside water on Hall. Now Ransom likely will earn a 5-meter here. Instead kicks it over to Stringham. Amelia shooting, could not put it in. As she rattled it between the right post and the back of Indy DeBerk a few times there. DeBerk down line for Shapiro. Shapiro's got a 2-on-1, takes it in alone. Shapiro puts it off the post. A golden opportunity for Skyline, and they just can't score. Stringham with it now. Amelia trying to earn an ordinary. Turnover on the play, picked up by Skyline. Popped up by Jessup. She'll bring it the other way. Nice turn from Malin. On her back to the front here. Jessup, short side, good defense from Stringham. But she is kicked out. And a goal from Malin Jessup on the power play as they left her wide open on the back door. Back to Eden Lewis here for Olympus. Ava Ransom back to Brianna Petty. Petty over to Penelope Knight. Goes cross cage. A little off-speed shot and a little bit of a skipper here. On her back. Fires it cross cage, gets caught in the water a little bit, and it's just to put it in. And about halfway through the third here, the lead is back up to 5 for the Titans. They send it up to Kratz. Kratz in trouble, earning the ordinary though, and sent over to Burley, I believe that is. Nope, it was Peterson, had it taken away by Stringham. And it goes back to Ferrione. All the way down line. Beautiful pass inside to Petty. She was wide open. Brianna shooting off the left post. Rebound. Great position held there by Ransom. And just forced in on the short side. Another goal from Olympus. Contra foul on Skyline. Back to Olympus it goes. Penelope Knight back to Ferrione. Looking down line now. Inside to Ransom. Ransom, little sidearm shot. Another goal. Olympus bringing the heat right now. And they've got themselves a 7-goal lead. Early with it, back to Hall. Hall trying to keep possession, could not as it's taken away by Stringham. Nope, it's a ball under from Hall. She takes it away and put in past Ferrione off of her own hand as Shapiro was able to sneak it past her there. Eden Lewis back with it for Olympus. Skyline scoring slowly but surely. Olympus just keeps bringing the heat. And a deep, deep goal from mid-pool into Eden Lewis for Olympus from way downtown. Shapiro now, back and a quick shot stopped by Ferrione. Gardner bringing the heat that time. Ferrione says no. Now she'll send it down, looking for Petty. And good defense from Skyline as Kratz is able to get back in game position. Quickly up to Hall. Audrey wanting to shoot that, and she sent it high. Quickly up to Petty again. Brianna inside, turning off the crossbar. Rebound comes out. And it'll come back the other way for Skyline again. Up to Gardner. Sends it over to Hall. Hall lost it to Stringham as Amelia takes it away there. She'll send it back to Ferrione. Isabella might try and shoot this. 1 second to go. And that will do it. The lead at 7. We'll be right back. Ferrione, no, sorry, that's Knight from deep. And Indy DeBurke will send it down. No one there. Hall was briefly, but it's picked up by Lewis and back to Ferrione. you're looking for the next games, we've got 16U boys up in just a few minutes following this game. Oh, that ball got caught in the water from Ransom. He was unable to score. Robbery by water. Hall earns the exclusion on Megan Stringham. Sends it back. Power play for Skyline here. Sent down, goes cross pool to Hall. Hall trying to shoot, shot it right at the face of Ferrione, and Ferrione says no. Very good defense from Olympus all night, is holding this lead together at 7. Like I was saying, if you're looking for our next game, we've got the 16U boys up next. And immediately following that game, we'll have our 16U girls. Hall sends it over to Elliott. Elliott down low, couldn't get the pass into center, and it's picked up by Knight. Knight trying to gain an advantage here and launch a 2-on-1. Stringham, oh, Megan able to get there and trying to keep possession, shoulder in the ordinary. Megan now inside to Knight on a driver. No, sorry, that's Petty. And it's taken away from behind by Hall. Ball comes across to the 4-5 side to Shapiro. Goes back to Hall. Hall from deep, off the left post, and then in. Oh, Ferrione was there and knocked it in herself. And the 6-goal lead, feeling pretty comfortable for this Olympus team. The Olympus bench giving Ferrione a good time, a hard time after that play. Barring in from Penelope Knight. A gorgeous goal there. Picked up by Gardner. Gardner for Skyline from deep. Skips it in past Ferrione. Quickly up to Hall here. Audrey pressured by Stringham. Audrey trying to slip past Megan here. We'll send it into center, turning and over the cage. Two and a half to go here in this game. A 6-goal lead for Olympus, and a beautiful downline pass to Petty. Petty under pressure. Oh, she sent her over the cage. Quickly down to Hall again. Good defense as Hall unable to lob it over Ferrione. Isabella's been very good in the cage tonight. And the lead shows it. Coach Alexis Courtney will call timeout here for Olympus, and we'll be right back. Great save there from Hall. No, to Burke. I apologize. On the power play there. Jessup comes out of the exclusion box and sends it up to Hall. Audrey gaining inside water here. Earns the ordinary, shooting off the crossbar. Big rebound. And that is going to be picked up by Ferguson. Sends it back to Jessup. Jessup looking to fire and does. .40 seconds to go in this one. Sends it up to Megan Stringham. Earns the ordinary. Looking inside. Trying to find Amelia. Amelia, great job to kick that out over to Ransom. Juliet is blocked there by Indy DeBurke. Shot clock off, 22 seconds to play. Shooting, shot goes wide. Coach Alexis Courtney. There's 3 seconds left. She's screaming at him to hold the ball, and they kept swimming it up, so she called a timeout. Oh, man. We'll be right back. They will send it back to Ferrione, and we'll be done here. 16U boys up next as Olympus wins that 12-7. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so we've got 5-minute quarters here for 16U. Stewart will start it off. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm messed up on rosters here. Give me a second. Had them swapped. Wouldn't want that. Oman loses it there. And quickly the other way. It's a goal from Skyline, number 4, Heckman. Starting it off for Olympus is Jones. Already down 1, just 30 seconds in here. Jones over to Oman, a little out of reach. He'll have to go and grab it here. Oman earns the ordinary, can shoot if he'd like, puts it into center, and couldn't quite connect with Jaden Courtney. Taken away by Skyline. They bring it back up here. Inside, goes short side. That shot from Heckman again. And a block from Max Tyler in the cage for Olympus. Back the other way now. It's picked up by Kent Jones. Jones with space. Jones back to Andrew Neff. Neff down to Oman. Oman earns the ordinary. Oman shot over the cage from Kent Jones, and we're gonna say that Meekum got a piece of that. And so Olympus ball to 2-meter. Courtney in, back door, it's there. By Johnson, just not able to get there. So close. Up to Hackett here for Skyline. Something's going on here. The table is yelling at the referee to stop here. And it looks like the clock has frozen. I'm not sure what's going on here. We are frozen at 3:08 and 22 seconds on the shot clock. And looks like we may have lost power to the table. We're gonna probably be a second here. We'll be right back.
Delay a game due to unforeseen weather events.
All right, so we are back here after a reboot on the whole clock system. Not sure what happened. Quickly up to Kai Johnson. Johnson inside, what a great feed. Down to the 5 meter to Courtney. Jaden earning the 5 meter penalty, and he'll likely be the one to take that 5 meter. And a block on the 5 meter from Meekum. So it pays off. Up to Dance. 1-2 side to Brooks. Brooks back out to Dance. Inside, and a great crash defense from Olympus. Picked up by Oman. He's got a lot of speed here. Gets taken away from him. And an ordinary call picked up by Brooks now as he sends it back to Meekum. Meekum back the other way to Hackett. Hackett inside, a great feed, kick back out. Short side shot is blocked away by Max Tyler. Cut another clock issue in the corner here. Our shot clock in the corner over here is having a fit. All the way down to Kai Johnson. Johnson back up to Kent Jones. Jones back, sent up to looking for Isaac Wordle. Coming out of the cage is Meekum to get a piece of it. Hackett over to Dance. Dance inside, shooting crossbar, it stays out on the shot from Brooks. Inside center. Back the other way now, floated over and in from Jaden Courtney. With 41 seconds to go in the first quarter here. And Olympus ties this game up at 1. Fueling over to Heckman. Inside, an exclusion call on Piravano. 6-on-5 for Skyline, looking to regain the lead. Shot goes off the crossbar and out of play on a short side. Sharp angle shot from Samuel Brooks. Now Max Tyler with it. Shot clock is now off. 20 seconds to go in the first. They set it up to Piravano, who just came out of the box. Piravano picking it up, sending it over to Courtney. Jaden turns inside, 10 seconds to play. Jaden, hard work, just slipped out of his hands there and he couldn't put it in. Kept in bounds by Cody Dalebout, and Dalebout earns the exclusion with 2.8 left, sends it up top, have to shoot here off the crossbar. And that will do it for the first quarter. We'll be right back. Kai Johnson with it here for Olympus. Sent to center for Pirovano. Great steal there from Hackett as he pinched inside to take it away, and then we got a kick out on Doyle. 6-on-5. No, I'm sorry, it's a kick out on Pirovano. 6-on-5 for Skyline, and a great block on the other end though from Tyler. So back the other way it goes. Pirovano never knew he was even excluded on the play. So Pirovano is done. He picked up his second exclusion and then did not come out. Therefore, a 5-meter was assessed, and that is his third. He is done for the evening. All right, so just a 5-meter, or just an exclusion was assessed. They never gave Pirovano the penalty, so I think he should still just have 2 here. I'll pull up my stats here from 6-8 Sports. 6-on-5, however, for Skyline. Tap inside. What a beautiful feed there from Brooks. Put it high enough and placed it perfectly. An easy tap in on the back door from number 13 for Skyline. And I do not have him on my roster here. See if I can pull that up on 6-8 Sports as well. If you are also interested in following along with these stats, go to 68scores.com. You can follow along with all these stats here. Game should say in progress. Dylan Shaw is number 13 for Skyline here. Once again, it's 6-on-5. This time, though, it's Olympus. Big rebound. It'll stay 6-on-5 as Stewart is still in the box. Over to the far side for Olympus, looking to shoot. Leaning in, floating it, back door. That ball was in. Ref says no. I don't know about that. Oh, we play on. Brooks with it for Skyline. Defended by Johnson, earns an ordinary. Picked up by Brooks, sends it over to Hackett. And then an exclusion on the play. Courtney excluded, and then Skyline scoring 6-on-5. And a 3-1 lead now for the Eagles. Another exclusion here. Dylan Shaw out for, no, they've got the run man excluded here. This could go bad. Finally, they figured it out. It was Chase Johnson who was actually excluded. So Skyline put themselves in a 6-on-4 situation there briefly. On the counterattack, though, it's Heckman converting. And now a 3-goal lead as they're up 4-1 with 2:22 to play in the second. Goes up to Oman. Nicholas Oman with it, pops it up to put it in play. Oman up, tapping it over his head was Wardle. Couldn't keep possession though as it's taken away by Heckman. Down to Macbeth. Macbeth inside, finds Hackett. Hackett trying to shoot and taken away by Courtney on the back end. Good defense from Jaden Courtney. We go up to Cody Dalebout. Dalebout earns the ordinary. Pops it up and sends it over to Oman. Oman with it now. Oman asking for help here. Just gonna fire it and in. Olympus desperately needed a goal there. Nicholas Oman will provide. Some miscommunication on defense from the Skyline squad. Opening up that lane for Nicholas Oman. And Olympus able to convert. That goes inside center for Dylan Shaw. Well defended by Oman. Forcing him to shoot right-handed, and reading it well was Tyler in the cage as he makes a beautiful save to keep the lead at 2. Courtney up to Oman. Oman earning an ordinary inside. Backhand shot off the top left corner of the bar. Andrew Neff going for a pretty one there. A contra foul on, we've got a yellow card assessed to the Skyline coach here. Blocked in front, battled for, and taken away by Skyline. Dylan Shaw with speed now. Shaw the other way, and an exclusion is called. Back the other way for Skyline, and a goal from Heckman after the exclusion on Nicholas Oman. Jones down to Johnson. Kai shooting short side and in under the arm of Meekum. 8 seconds on the clock for Skyline. The lead at 2 as they drop it back to Anise. And over to Hackett. Hackett from deep got tipped by an Olympus player. Going to be sailed by Jones. And that will do it for the half. We'll be right back. right, third quarter, here we go. Picked up by Kent Jones for Olympus. Sends it over, tries to put it inside for Smith. Smith quickly crashed in on 3 different Skyline players coming in to help, and it's taken away by Shaw. Up to Hackett. Hackett across the middle for Heckman. Heckman back up inside, and an exclusion on Olympus. Then we got inside 2 meters on Hackett. Beckham Jones was excluded, never came out. He's back in the play though. He's just barely under that lane line. Olympus scores short-handed. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Olympus is struggling to figure out when they are excluded on plays. But they score down a man. Rarely do you see that happen. Looks like Kai Johnson's got a pretty bad cramp. He was sitting in the pool. I was wondering why he wasn't getting out over in the exclusion box. Kai had a bunch of assists last game in the 18U game. As Skyline works the ball here, Olympus is within 1. And that is what you call the announcer's curse. As immediately upon me saying such things, Brooks says, no, we are up by 2. Skyline on another goal. Jones up to Wardle. Wardle looking to send it deep. Trying to look for Courtney in center. Jaden creating some havoc down there. Shot goes in and saved by Tyler. No, I apologize, that's Meekum. An immediate turnover, and so the ball goes back to Olympus. All alone, it's Dalebout. Dalebout will send it back to Kent Jones. Jones trying to keep it with him and turns it over. It's taken away by Shaw. Ball comes over to Hackett. Hackett with it now. Down to Heckman, back to Hackett. Heckman again. Over the head of Dance. Picking it up now is Brooks. Brooks is out of clock here. And wisely will pump the ball, however, it's out of play. So counter ball comes in to Max Tyler. And Olympus scores on the play. Olympus back within 1. Sent over to Jackson Dance for Skyline. Down low, picking it up, sending it out to Hackett. Hackett looking into center again. Hard work, beautifully read by Tyler as he makes the save, comes up and out of the water. Strong legs there to make a play on that ball. Sent up to Smith. Smith back over to Kent Jones. Jones shot is saved by Meekum. Ball quickly down to Hackett again. Hackett wide open in the middle. And Jones gets excluded again, does not like the call. Sent over, that ball goes out of play, hits the lane line. And Olympus escapes any damage on 6-on-5. Oman is back in for Olympus following that exclusion call. He's got speed and has it on the 1-2 side. Oman turning inside, finds the ball and earns the exclusion. Hackett now kicked out for Skyline. Oman back outside to Wardle. Wardle over to Robinson. Back outside, shooting, and a goal from Andrew Neff. This game is tied at 6 with 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jaden Courtney just got out of the pool. He looks dead. He's been putting in some hard work tonight, specifically in that 18 game earlier. As this ball goes into center, it is taken away by Olympus. Just 0.03 of a second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Taken away by Skyline from Johnson as it's picked up by Shaw. Shaw with speed down the lane. Good defense from Olympus. Back up to Hackett. Hackett cross inside. Beautiful feed to Brooks. And a 5-meter is called with 2 seconds remaining. So Skyline will have a chance to take the lead here on the 5-meter. And they do just that. Samuel Brooks scoring for Skyline. Pops up to Oman. Oman shooting from deep. Shot goes wide. And that will do it for the third quarter. We'll be back. fourth quarter. Here we go. Skyline up by 1. Dance with it for the Eagles. Sends it up to Hackett. Hackett turning. Hackett across. Picked up. Great feed down low. Backhander off the crossbar. Rebound is secured by Olympus. What a bullet of a shot from inside. Just off the crossbar. Johnson up to Wardle. Back to Smith and over to Johnson. Up to Oman. Oman on the 4-5 side, working along the 2-meter line. Oman doing all the work. And then Oman got kicked out. I thought that ball was tapped out by Skyline. Either way, it's a timeout from Skyline, and we'll be back in just a moment. Sent up to Jackson. Dance over to Hackett on the power play. Hackett, cross up to Brooks. Brooks up top for Heckman. Heckman to Hackett. These three have been working the power play all night. Blocked in front twice by Olympus, doing everything they can do to keep the ball out of the cage. And the deficit at 1. Up top for Heckman again. Heckman down low. Not sure where that pass was, as that goes out of bounds, and Olympus survives. Big downline pass to Courtney. Courtney's got speed here, and he just came off the bench, so he's got a lot of energy. Jaden turning inside, double teamed, keeps the ball with him, sends it back to Johnson. Kai with it. Over to Wardle. Wardle shooting. What a save there from Meekum, as Smith absolutely rifles that from the 4-5 side. 3:13 to go, and the lead is still 1 for the Eagles. Up top, it's Hackett. Nope, it's Anise. Anise over to Heckman. Heckman. We've got a double exclusion here. We're going to play 5-on-5. It's Dalebout and Heckman both excluded. If you're Dalebout, you take that all day. Ball sent into center, turning, shooting, and a goal. It's Dylan Shaw again for the Eagles, and the lead is 2. Olympus unable to score. Picked up by Meekum. Meekum quickly up. Ball goes into center, turning. What a save from Tyler. Keeps this game at a 2-goal deficit. Skyline is throwing everything at Olympus right now, and Max Tyler is keeping them in it as we approach 2 minutes to play. Jones from deep. Saved by Meekum. If you are the Olympus coaches, you can't like that shot from that far out with that much time left. Minute 45 to play now, and you're down by 2. Bringing it up is Hackett up the wing. Beautiful pass backdoor. Tried to put it in. Rebound, not there. Underwater, it's Tyler. And Olympus is able to gain the ball back. Wardle helping out on the back door. No, that was Smith, I apologize. Smith has it taken away on a ball under steal from Brooks. Brooks now the other way. Brooks looking. Passes. Heckman shooting and scores. Skyline is up by 3 with a minute 15 to play. Ball goes back to Robinson and then to Tyler. Max Tyler up to Kai Johnson. Johnson turns. Then it was taken away from behind by Dylan Shaw. Shaw then quickly up to Brooks. Brooks inside, lots of speed, skips that in. And Skyline is bringing it all right now. They've got a 4-goal lead now. Cody Dalebout comes in for Kai Johnson. 55 seconds to go now. Courtney with it. Over to Jones. Jones down line. Connects with Smith, who earns the ordinary. Across the middle, well read by Hackett as he picks that pass off. Then Hackett lost it to Robinson. Robinson down to Courtney. Jaden turning, shooting. Blocked in front by Hackett again. And Skyline is just going to hold this ball because the clock is off. 20 seconds to go now. The lead is 4, and Skyline boys will win it. So we've got Skyline winning both boys games here and Olympus winning our 18U girls game. We'll wait and see what the 16U girls game turns out to be. That one starts in just a few moments here. We'll be right back.
they play again? Yeah, they're 1-1. I think.
Talking about the Jazz here with our referee. If you're watching the Jazz, I'm not going to say any of my opinions, but a 1-1 series, and they play on Thursday. Quick, no goal on the line, tapped out. Bella Ferrone with the shot from Olympus. Kept out by Indy DeBurke. DeBurke now quickly up to Kratz. Kratz with speed here. And then drops it back to Jessup. Jessup earning the ordinary. Sends it over and picked up by Megan Stringham. Now sent up to Mia Johnson. Johnson on a great feed to Ferrone. Isabella is fouled and a 5-meter is called. What a save from DeBurke. Absolutely read it perfectly. Shuts down Ferrone. She's been stopped twice here in the last couple of minutes. Or last minute. We've only been playing for a minute. Ferrone is going to get a third shot at this in about 60 seconds. And she will drain the third one. Learned her lesson from last time. And Ferrone will draw first blood for the Titans. Burley with it into center, trying to look for Kratz, and taken away on the crash defense by Brianna Petty. Skyline has one sub on the bench here, so they have to play very efficiently as they play defense, because Olympus, on the other hand, is going to be able to hot swap just as much as they want here. A floater goal from Ransom. Ava Ransom right over the head of DeBurke. We are oh, I was reading the scoreboard wrong. I apologize. Olympus with a 2-0 lead now. Burley with it. Burley has it here. We'll send it up to, well, now it's in some open water, but collected by 13 for Skyline. And I'm not sure who that is, but we got a block there from Stevens, Ellie Steffens in the goal for Olympus. Ball goes up. Ransom with a shot. Little sidearm shot that just goes wide. Back the other way now. DeBurke up to Kratz. Kratz earns the ordinary, sends it into center. Ferrone. Oh, that's Penelope Knight playing defense. Ferrone comes in to help out, and we'll get that ball back for Olympus. Quickly up and then taken away by Skyline now. Looking for a pass wide open down the wing. It's Shapiro, and she will capitalize on that play.
Sometimes she plays goalie.
Yeah, Peterson. I got it.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. Yeah, thank you. Shot clock expiring. Man, that's loud when nobody's in here. Getting late here out at Olympus. 45 seconds to go in the first. Brought up by Kessinger. Defended by Kratz. Kessinger puts it down low for Ransom. Ava drops it back to Knight. Penelope turns inside. Penelope left-handed and blocked by DeBerk. DeBerk up to Kratz. Kratz along to Jessup. Jessup earns the ordinary. Jessup inside, and they call a 5-meter. And the penalty is on Penelope Knight. And this will be Burley taking the penalty shot. Unable to get it past the right post. Steffens met it there to cut it off. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. Battle at the sprint. It is picked up by Skyline and sent up to Peterson. Goes over to Jessup, ball under and taken away by Lillian Nelson. She'll send it back to Steffens. Steffens up to Ferrone. Isabella put it wide. All the way down line to Jessup. Jessup shooting short side and in. Secondary assist goes to Mia Elliott over here on the bench. Threw that counter ball in pretty fast to DeBurke. Beautiful pass down to Jessup. And then the goal for Skyline. Game tied at 2. Just almost a minute into the second quarter. Sent up and working it inside off the top left corner again. That time it's Kessinger. DeBurke again looking down line. Pops for Jessup again. Jessup on a fantastic turn. And unable to capitalize. Turned Nelson very well though. Put herself in a fantastic position to score. Nelson with it now, down to Wardle. Wardle across the middle. And then driving in, it's Ava Ransom and scoring for Olympus. And the lead is back up to 1. Popped up by Burley. Down for Jessup. Jessup shooting and scoring, goes cross cage and tying it up at 3. Petty up into center, just over the cage from Mia Johnson. Jessup quickly down, up to Kratz. Kratz over to Jessup. Jessup looking for 3 straight, wired it off the crossbar. And a rebound is secured by Olympus. All the way down to Ransom. Ava picks that up, drives the cage. Ava inside and scores again. So back and forth here between these 16U girls teams. Burley over to Jessup. Jessup is fouled by Petty, upgraded to an exclusion here. And 6-on-5 for Skyline. Looking to keep this game tied. Jessup again, short side, and in. Mylan Jessup is absolutely dominating on that 1-2 side right now. And if you're Olympus and you want to win this game, you have to keep an eye on her. Skyline without the efforts. Apologize, without the efforts of Hale or Turney. Forced to operate with just 6 or 7 players here. As they are also missing Sarah Peters from this roster. Olympus, on the other hand, 8 different girls on the bench. And that is Isabella Ferrone scoring for the Titans. And Olympus is back up by 1. Jessup earns the ordinary. Sends it in again. It's Jessup keeping Skyline in this game single-handedly. Shot and a save by DeBurke. Jessup has 4 different goals for Skyline. Possession earned by Olympus. Tapped ahead by Johnson. Nia with speed. Turns, shoots. What a save there from DeBurke. Johnson will pop it up into play and send it back to Penelope Knight. Knight trying to feed along to Ferrone. Isabella inside and put it wide. Shot clock now off, 26 to play in the half. Long downline pass from DeBurke, connects with Burley. Burley lost control, regains and puts it in. And now it's Skyline with the 1-goal lead. Defense turning into offense on an incredible save from DeBurke as Ferrone came in. Ferrone just 2 for 6 on shots right now. Penelope Knight inside, unable to get a shot on goal. And that will do it for the first half. We'll be right back. Alrighty, second half now. Picked up by Petty. Brianna over to Mia Johnson. Johnson along and a contra foul on Ava Ransom. So back to Skyline it goes. Inside to Jessup. Jessup again scoring, bar down. Coach Alexis Courtney just told her girls to hit Jessup's elbow. I mean, you can't stop her right now. She's now 5 for 7 and lighting up this Olympus team right now. And Skyline, with 7 less players, now has a 2-goal lead. Ball goes up to Skyline again. Burley now. Along. Oh, just barely inside 2 meters. That was extremely close. As Kratz was looking to score again. Or not again, I should say. Back the other way now. Penelope Knight with it. I'm sorry, Stringham Megan inside, and a great feed to Brianna Petty. Megan finding that pass, and a little aggressive out of the goal is DeBurke. And Olympus able to capitalize and get themselves back within 1. Shot short side. What a save there from Steffens. Shapiro tried to sneak it in on the 4-5 side. Quickly down line to Johnson. Mia stopped there by DeBurke. 2-on-1 if they hurry. DeBurke with the vision. Goes down, finds Shapiro. Shapiro in again, shooting cross cage. Just able to get a piece of that was Steffens. Oh no, I'm sorry, Ferrone is in the goal again here. I apologize. Ferrone is back in the goal for Olympus. She tapped that one out of play. Johnson again with it for Olympus. Back the other way. Ball goes up to James. James inside. What a pass to Petty. And Olympus ties up at 7 with 2:15 to go. This game does not feel like it's necessarily that close, as we've lost quite a few of our in-person fans due to likely the time of day. Getting a little late here. We appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast. We are knotted up at 7s. And this is looking like it's going to be a battle down to the wire and who can hold on defense. Peterson across to Kratz. Kratz into center, finds Jessup. She's dangerous. Got to watch her here. And it's Johnson from behind with some great defensive play to put that ball under and steal it for Olympus. So now Ferrone down line on a beautiful pass to Petty. Brianna did not have her head up, hit her right in the noggin. That would have been a beautiful pass. Just unaware of where that ball was. Shapiro now, same thing, able to rescue it over to Elliott and then send it back to Burley. Burley a little out of reach, but collecting it now is Shapiro. Shapiro on the 4-5 side. Good defense from Ransom. And Olympus escapes again. Ferrone down line to Johnson. Mia working with Kitt. Desiree Kitt along with Johnson. Johnson able to earn the ordinary. Across the middle. Beautiful feed to Ransom. And Ava will bury that every day of the week. But Olympus has their 1-goal lead back. You see Ava just sneak inside here, collect that pass. And there's no way she's missing that. Not that close to the goal. Burley with it now, over, collected, sent inside, trying to find Jessup. Jessup able to keep possession and send it back to Kratz. Kratz again into the center, collected, and ball bobbles around. Skyline keeps possession, and great awareness from Shapiro just to let that go into the corner. Ferrone has 10 seconds on the clock here in the quarter. She will bring it out. And Olympus is looking to get a 2-goal lead here. Over to Petty. Brianna shoots off the top right corner. We'll have 5 minutes to play here when we come back. Five minutes to play here. Olympus currently with a 1-goal lead. We'll see if they can keep a hold of that here as it's picked up by James. Ransom inside to Petty, back to James. James running out of time on the shot clock. And the ball will go back to Skyline. Quickly up the wing, finding Peterson. Peterson driving the goal here. And an exclusion on Ransom. Into center, and an ordinary earned by Skyline. They're 6 on 5 here. Need to score to keep this knotted up. Send it back to Shapiro. Shapiro over to Jessup. Jessup shooting. Crossbar, rebound, short side. Lob doesn't go. It's Penelope Knight helping out Ferrone on defense. Now the other way, it's Nia Johnson. She has it taken away by Jessup. 3:35 to go. They go up to Peterson. Peterson again with speed. Up the wing. Stringham picks her up, sends it back. Beautiful read from Ransom. And Ava takes that away, and a timeout from Olympus. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Ferrone with it, up to Petty. Brianna looking, goes inside to Ransom. Ava drops it back out to Knight. Penelope back into Ransom. Ava turning, shooting, the lob, the hands, the fingertips of Indy DeBerk keeping it out. She sends it down to Jessup. Jessup up, could not shoot. Knight is there for defense. Jessup picks up the ordinary. We'll send it inside for Elliott. Elliott also earns the ordinary. Looking to the wing for Jessup again. Jessup from deep, the lob, oh, just wide. Extremely close there. Ferron on a pass down. And Mia Johnson able to gain inside water and take it away. Johnson in, shoots, and scores. And Olympus with a 2-goal lead. 2.5 to go in the fourth. Burley with it. Up to Peterson. Peterson now. Up, finding Burley. Burley along. Close chase. It's taken away by Petty. Ferron down line. Wide open. It's Penelope Knight. Knight in, alone, shooting and scoring. Olympus gaining some more insurance here on the board. A 3-goal lead with 1:48 to play. Just really working well on defense. You see them come back. Brianna Petty able to take that ball away. And a crucial change, in my opinion, you send Ferron, who has a little bit of a stronger arm. Steffens was playing good in terms of the goalie position, but Ferron just has beautiful vision and the arm to make those downline passes. As you'll see here, she'll feed Johnson. That has jump-started quite a few goals here. You see how fast Mia is, and it just creates these great opportunities on the offensive end. Back-to-back goals in the exact same way. Once again, it's Brianna Petty on a steal. Finds Megan Stringham, sends it over to Kessinger. Kessinger in alone, blocked. Kessinger gets it back. Trying to make up her mind between that sharp angle shot. She'll drop it back to Ransom. Ava drives in and scores. I'm just pulling up our stat sheet here. I mean, you saw Ferron play some offense there in the first half. She scored 2 goals. But then overall making a big difference on the defensive end. 3 different assists, as well as an exclusion during that first half. Plus 6.4, keeping her team in this game in the second half. Able to shut them down defensively and jumpstart that offensive threat of the Olympus offense. And Isabella will just hold this ball here with 3 seconds to play. And that will do it for the evening here. Olympus ladies 16U team winning 12-7 here. We'll be back next week for some more water polo. Thanks for joining us here.